Season 3 of The Gilded Age is already stirring up a storm, and Episode 2 took things up several notches with drama, heartbreak, and a jaw-dropping twist at the end that left fans speechless. After Bertha Russell came out on top in Season 2's opera battle, she seemed unstoppable. But now, her plans for her daughter Gladys take a surprising turn when the Duke of Buckingham returns to New York, and he doesn't come alone. That one move sets the stage for an intense clash of family ambitions, broken romances, and unexpected alliances. Episode 2 begins by picking up right where the Season 3 premiere left off. Gladys Russell has just run away from home, and the Russell family is still in shock. She's been feeling suffocated by her mother's push for her to marry someone of status, and she's had enough. So where does she go? To Billy Carlton's house, the young man she actually has feelings for. It's a bold move that sparks a ripple effect of emotional decisions and social drama. The biggest bombshell of the episode doesn't drop until the very end, when Hector, the Duke of Buckingham, finally shows up. The upper crust of New York society had been buzzing about his return, but when he walks into the Russell mansion, surprise! He's brought a lawyer with him. This was not part of the plan. Even George Russell, who's always cool under pressure, looks completely thrown off. The implication? Something major has shifted in the secret agreement Bertha had with the Duke. Bertha had made it clear before that she wanted Gladys to marry someone with a title, and the Duke seemed like the perfect candidate. In Season 2, it was hinted that Bertha was practically offering up her daughter in exchange for the prestige. But now the Duke showing up with his lawyer signals that things are way more complicated. Maybe the deal wasn't as simple as Bertha thought. What exactly does he want? A bigger dowry? More control? Legal protection? Whatever it is, this sudden legal twist could completely derail Bertha's ambitions. Meanwhile, poor Gladys is still dealing with heartbreak. Her feelings for Billy Carlton are real, but their relationship is facing serious pressure. When Episode 2 starts, it's revealed that she stayed at Billy's house overnight after running away. His mother tries to play it down, but Bertha is furious. And let's be honest, when Bertha's mad, things get intense fast. She makes it crystal clear that a match between Billy and Gladys will never happen. Despite the tension, Billy still wants to do things the right way. He plans to propose to Gladys properly by speaking with George Russell at an event. But once he's there, the reality of it all hits him. The power, the pressure, the sheer presence of the Russell name, it's too much. He backs out and leaves before even speaking up. Later, he breaks things off with Gladys altogether, admitting he's too intimidated to fight her parents, especially her mother. It's a heartbreaking moment for Gladys, who thought this might finally be a chance to follow her own heart. This isn't the first time someone has bailed on Gladys because of Bertha. In Season 1, Archie Baldwin made the same choice. It seems like history is repeating itself, and Gladys is once again a pawn in her mother's never-ending quest for social dominance. But now with the Duke back in town, and clearly playing a different game, Gladys might have a whole new fight on her hands. Elsewhere in the episode, the battle between sisters Ada and Agnes is finally resolved, at least for now. Ever since Ada inherited money and became the one responsible for the staff's salaries, it didn't make sense for her to have no say in how the household was run. Agnes, who's been the head of the Van Ryn home forever, wasn't ready to let go of her control. But thankfully, Aurora Fane steps in and puts an end to the power struggle, declaring Ada as the official head of the house. This moment isn't just about household politics. It reflects deeper changes in how the women of the era are starting to assert themselves. Ada, once passive and overlooked, is now taking control of her life. Agnes may not like it, and she definitely won't go down quietly, but the shift has officially happened. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out, especially with tensions still simmering between the sisters. Another major development comes through Peggy Scott's storyline. At first, it looks like she's just dealing with a sudden illness, but it quickly becomes clear that her health scare was mainly a way to introduce a new character, Dr. William Kirkland. After Agnes's racist doctor refuses to treat Peggy, her parents hire Dr. Kirkland, and sparks immediately fly between him and Peggy. It's obvious that the show is setting them up as a new romantic storyline now that Peggy's split from Thomas Fortune. Their interactions are sweet and full of chemistry, and Dr. Kirkland seems like a genuinely good man. Peggy has been through a lot, both professionally and personally, and it's refreshing to see her being treated with kindness and respect. Her illness also gives the show an excuse to bring her family and Agnes together, and sets up a trip to Newport. Yes, The Gilded Age is going back to the Rhode Island retreat that fans loved from earlier seasons. Marion Brooke and Larry Russell's relationship also takes center stage in this episode. They're one of the few couples that seem genuinely in love, but Marion is understandably hesitant to rush into anything. She's already had 2 broken engagements, one with Tom Rakes, who betrayed her for money, and another with Dashiell Montgomery, whom she left because she didn't truly love him. So when Ada questions her about where things stand with Larry, Marion's response makes total sense. She wants to take things slow. They do share another romantic kiss, which shows that the passion is definitely there. But Marion isn't willing to jump into a 3rd engagement without being 100% sure. Her cautious approach is smart and shows how much she's grown over the last 2 seasons. Still, fans are rooting for her and Larry to make it work. They just might need a few more episodes to figure it all out. Finally, one of the nastiest subplots of episode 2 revolves around Aurora and Charles Fane. Season 3 hinted early on that it would deal with divorce, but no one expected Aurora and Charles to be the central couple. Charles has been unfaithful, and now he's being openly cruel. He shows up at Aurora's social event with his mistress. Not just anywhere, but in front of Mrs. Astor, one of the most influential women in New York. Aurora is trying to handle the divorce quietly and with dignity, but Charles is making that impossible. His decision to flaunt his affair publicly is not just heartless, it's strategic. In a society where women bear the brunt of public shame during a divorce, Charles is setting Aurora up to take the fall. He's throwing her to the wolves while protecting his own reputation. It's a devastating move that will surely blow up in future episodes. So what's next for The Gilded Age? With the Duke's shocking return, Billy and Gladys breakup, the shifting power in the Van Ryn home, and all the messy romantic entanglements, Episode 2 has successfully raised the stakes for everyone. Bertha's iron grip on society might be loosening, and if the Duke has more tricks up his sleeve, she could be in for the biggest challenge of her life. Gladys is stuck between following her heart and living up to her mother's expectations, and now even that choice might be taken away from her by legal deals she never agreed to. The battle lines are drawn, and with so many secrets and agendas at play, it feels like this season is just getting started.